Welcome to the studio. Today I'm working on a new track, a special version of a track that I already released for live. And while working on it, I want to experience a new plugin that I got sent. It's by Baby Audio. It's called Transit. It's made in collaboration with Andrew Huang, who you probably might know from YouTube, probably one of the biggest music YouTubers. And to be honest, whenever I hear about a plugin that was made by an artist or a YouTuber, I'm a little skeptic. There are some really great plugins that were made by artists. For example, Serum is made by Steve Duda in collaboration with Mouse, which is just amazing. It was a game changer for everyone out there. Then we have by Kashmir some plugins. Some of them were great, some of them not that really great, or just did stuff other things already did. Sometimes it's just a money grab to make money from the fans. This one right here, Transit, I think it's not. I'm pretty sure it's not. I actually like it. I tested it already a little bit, and I would love to demo it to you so you can decide if it's something for you. It does something in a unique way. It's a new approach to make transitions. You know, these little every 4 bars, 8 bars, 16 bars, depending on your music, where just things change. And it helps you to keep the automation down. A lot of songs that I get sent, I'm always like, more automation, more movement is necessary to make it a complete track. And automation, especially with Logic, is quite annoying because you have to draw these lines. If you move parts, it asks you want to move it with it, without it. So a plugin that makes stuff easier is very welcome. And I think the part where it shines the most is actually for live performances. So if you make electronic music live, having one knob that does multiple things at once is very, very handy. But let's fire up the project. Let me show you the plugin. Let's go. The project is called Greed and Neglect. It's already fully finished and released. If you want to go check it out, it's linked down below in the description. It went up in the Beatport charts, melodic techno, to 30, 32, which is really great. Thanks for the support. And I open up Transit to spice it up and demo for you the plugin. The plugin works in a quite simple way. You have a transition control, the big knob right here, and it affects all of the other parts you have in here. So you can have effects that are chained, and whenever you turn the transition control, you can see that other knobs turn as well, so you can link them. That's what I meant with like being really handy. There is one control with other controls that are linked. Right now the plugin is on the master, so let's just pick a part where a lot is going on in the song, maybe the main drop.
Destroyed by greed and neglect.
Let's maybe pick some presets and just like, so you can just listen to what it does. I'll just turn it up and down. So there's some wild stuff in there. Depending on the music you make, you need to use it more subtle or heavier. You can go into every single block in here and change it to whatever you're interested in. Pretty self-explanatory. Bit crusher, chorus, delay, distortion, filter, flanger, noise, an oscillator, phaser, pitch shifter, reverb, spreader, tremolo. Everything in there you actually need to create these transitional effects, and you can like combine them in any way you want. So let's maybe clear all of them, so you just listen to one of them. Let's maybe pick the reverb. Right now it's just controlling the mix of it, but you can engage it and make it control the other parameters as well. So with one knob we're controlling the mix, the tone, and the length of the reverb. And you can go in there, individually control the kind of the part where the knob actually moves. So you can make it really narrow so it doesn't change a lot. You can make it really wide so it moves along even more. You probably already know from Serum, there you can do similar stuff. Let's maybe add to the reverb, let's try OTT. Probably one of the most famous effects, or enhancer, or destroyer, however you want to define it, but it's a crucial part of modern electronic dance music. Yeah, it just like takes all of the frequencies and pushes them and pulls them out, which I really like, especially if you put it on top of reverb, because it pulls the reverb up, which is a nice effect. Let's maybe add some distortion. Now it gets really crunchy and gritty. Again, you can add as many as you have space in here. If you want to have more, you can open up another plugin, of course. What I also like is that there's a mix knob, so if it's like too much, you can mix it with the dry original signal to your liking. And then what's really handy and neat is if you click on those two arrows, you can change it to like kind of an LFO that goes with the BPM of your song. So let's put it maybe to 4 bars. Let's put it to 1 of 16. So it does the automation for you synced to the BPM. So if you switch the BPM of your song, it stays locked to the project, gives you a lot of creative freedom. Let's maybe do it with like a 16th division. So it's now basically controlling the knob for you to the BPM with the division and bar amount that you like. You can of course also use it in your breakdown section of a song when it goes up to the big drop of your track and have like a huge, humongous effect. Filter out maybe the low end, so when the drop hits and the bass is back in and the kick is back in, that it even convinces more, have more contrast. Let's maybe pick one of the presets. Let's try out one of Andrew's presets. Noise up 2. Let's see.
Destroyed by greed and neglect.
So yeah, one of those typical DJ effects you also find on all of the Pioneer DJ equipment. Yeah, it's a handy tool. You can do it also without it, but then you need all of those individual parts if you don't have them. The sound quality so far as I can judge is good, and you got all of the controls necessary. You can link them, you can set the range, and again, just one knob. This one is perfect for live. If you have any kind of live electronic performance, I would highly suggest that that's something you should consider, because live, just having one knob going through your presets that you pre-do before the show and just flick through them depending on the song, and then just one knob that does it all is very convenient live, because you don't want to twist too many knobs. We just have 2 hands. There's not a whole lot you can do. You could even link it up with a MIDI, like a pedal, so you could engage it with a pedal, play the guitar, and like engage, disengage the dry, wet of the effect, and control multiple things at once. So if you're interested, I'll link it down below. There is a free demo available. That's something I would always suggest if you buy a new plugin. Consider using the demo to see if it fits your style. It's a time saver. It gives you a lot of good effects that you might not have. And yeah, just gives you creative freedom because you can go through the presets and have multiple effects at once, be faster, and have more movement automation in your songs without the hustle going into like every single of these blocks individually. And with the range limitation, you can dial it down to your liking and taste. So let me know what you think about this plugin. That's it from the studio for today. If you're interested, link down below. See you very soon again right here in the studio, because I still owe you the full tutorial on the new track. Usually it's a tradition here on this channel that whenever I release a new track that I show you how it was made. This is coming up next, hopefully soon. But right now I'm very busy, as you might know. The studio right here, I can't stay here this long anymore, and I got new plans and I'm working on it. Once everything is signed and I got the contract, I will share it with you. Definitely big news. So stay tuned. Thanks a lot for watching. Soon again, right here in the studio.